If you're alone and chest symptoms start, the biggest threat isn't just the heart attack, it's the delay because the mind does this. It's probably nothing. Let me wait 5 minutes. I don't want to bother anyone, so I'm going to be blunt. If you have chest pressure right now, shortness of breath, cold sweat, nausea, or pain spreading to your arm, jaw, neck, back, or upper stomach, stop this video. Call emergency services now. Do not see if it passes. Do not try to walk it off. Do not drive yourself unless there is no other choice. This is not the moment to be tough. This is the moment to be fast. And if you're watching because you're over 65 or you spend time alone, you're doing the smartest thing possible. You're building a plan before panic arrives. This video is educational only. It is not medical advice. If you think you might be having a heart attack, get emergency help immediately. Don't wait. Don't test symptoms. Now, here's the first 5 minutes plan. Here's why being alone is different. Not because your symptoms are worse, but because your response is slower. When you're alone, people do three dangerous things: they minimize, they postpone, they try to finish one small task first. I'll just see if it passes. I'll drink some water. I'll lie down. I'll wait 10 minutes. 10 minutes can become the rest of your life. So today you're getting a simple plan for the first 5 minutes, 7 steps, no hero moves, no internet myths, just what increases the odds that help reaches you in time. Step one sounds obvious, and it saves lives. Assume it's a heart emergency until a professional tells you it isn't, because heart attacks don't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it's not sharp pain, it's pressure, tightness, a heavy weight, a strange fatigue that hits like a switch. Sometimes it feels like indigestion, or a bad cold sweat, or sudden weakness. And after 65, symptoms can be confusing. So don't wait for a perfect checklist. If your body is sending the message, take the message seriously. Here's a simple rule: if you feel chest pressure, breathing difficulty, or sudden sweating, and you cannot confidently explain it, treat it as an emergency. And one more rule: do not test yourself by walking around. Do not pace the room trying to decide. That wastes time and it can make you collapse farther from the phone. Step two: call emergency services immediately. Do it first, not after you unlock the door, not after you find medication, not after you call your daughter. Call emergency services, then put the phone on speaker, set the phone next to you. Stay on the line because the dispatcher is not just taking info, they are your bridge to help. They can tell you what to do next, they can keep you focused, they can speed up your response. Now, say this sentence clearly: I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm alone. I'm over 65. Then give your address, then tell them what you feel, when it started, and whether you have known heart conditions. If you're in an apartment building, add: here is the entry code. Here is the floor. Here is the unit. If your voice shakes, that's fine, but keep the line open because if you suddenly get worse, they will already know where you are. Step three: sit down. Now, not later. Sit upright on a chair, couch, or the floor. If you sit on the floor, lean against something stable. Here's why: if you faint while standing, you can crack your head. And then you have two emergencies at once: loosen tight clothing, belt, collar, bra strap, if it restricts breathing. Anything that makes your chest feel tighter. Now breathe slowly. In through the nose, out through the mouth, longer exhale than inhale. Do not hyperventilate. Panic breathing makes your heart work harder. And right now, we want the opposite. Important: do not eat, do not drink, do not take random supplements, do not take a shot of something. This is not the moment to experiment. If you have prescribed medication for chest pain, we'll address that in step five. But otherwise, sit, breathe, stay on speakerphone, follow instructions. If you start feeling faint, dizzy, or like you might pass out, lower yourself to the floor carefully. If you vomit or feel like you might, turn to your side, safety first. Step 4 is boring and it's powerful. If you can do it safely, do these quickly. Unlock your front door. If you can, open it slightly or at least unlock it. Turn on a light. If you have a porch light, turn it on. If you have a dog that might react, tell the dispatcher. Dog inside. Please be careful. Now, get your medication list and allergies ready. If you already have a paper list, perfect. If you don't, do this. Grab the bottles you take daily, put them in a bag, or place them near the door. Because paramedics don't want a mystery puzzle. They want fast information. If you wear dentures or hearing aids, keep them in. It sounds small, but communication matters. You are removing friction. You're making rescue easier. Step 5. Nitroglycerin is not for everyone. Do not take nitroglycerin unless it was prescribed to you. If your clinician prescribed it for chest pain, use it exactly as directed and stay seated because nitroglycerin can drop blood pressure. Now, the critical warning: if you have taken erectile dysfunction medications like sildenafil or tadalafil, do not take nitroglycerin. That combination can cause a severe blood pressure drop. So tell the dispatcher, tell the paramedics, say it clearly. I took an ED medication recently. That is not embarrassing information. That is life-saving information. If you do have nitroglycerin prescribed and you use it, tell the dispatcher you took it and when. Everything you do should be visible to the people coming to save you. Step 6 is where the internet gets people hurt. Aspirin advice can vary by location, medical history, and medication risks. So, here is the senior safe rule. Call emergency services first, then ask the dispatcher, should I take aspirin? That's it. If they say yes, they'll tell you what to do. If they say no, you do not take it. Because some people have allergies, some have bleeding risk, some are on blood thinners, some have conditions where aspirin is not appropriate, and you don't want to discover that the hard way while your body is already under stress. So don't freestyle. Call first, ask. Follow dispatcher guidance. Step 7, do not waste your first minutes on cough CPR. This idea spreads because it feels like a secret hack. But the real risk is simple. It delays real help. And in emergencies, delay kills. Your job is not to perform a magic move. Your job is to stay seated, stay on speakerphone, follow instructions, tell them symptoms and timing. If someone arrives and you become unresponsive, dispatchers may guide CPR for the person helping you. But when you are alone, the priority is call, stay connected, stay safe, make entry easy. That is what increases the odds. Now, here's the part that changes outcomes: what you set up before the emergency. If you're over 65 and alone at times, do this today. Create a one-page info sheet, big letters, name, address, apartment number, allergies, medications, key diagnoses, emergency contact. Put one copy near where you sit most. Put one copy near your bed. Next, keep your phone charger where you sit and where you sleep. Not in the other room, not downstairs, within reach. Next, plan your door. If you have a trusted neighbor, consider a spare key plan. If you live in an apartment building, consider writing entry instructions on your info sheet. If you have a medical alert device, wear it. Not sometimes, not except the shower. Wear it. Now, ask your clinician a direct question at your next appointment. If I have chest pain at home, what do you want me to do first? Should I take aspirin in my case? Should I use nitroglycerin in my case? This is not paranoia. This is adulthood. Because in a real emergency, your brain will not be in research mode. It will be in survival mode. So we build systems, not panic. Let's recap the 7 steps. 1, assume it's serious. 2, Call emergency services first. Speakerphone. 3. Sit down. Rest. Loosen clothing. Slow breathing. No food or drink. 4. Unlock door. Lights on. Med list ready. 5. Nitroglycerin only if prescribed, never with recent ED meds. 6. Aspirin only after you call and only if the dispatcher advises it. 7. Ignore cough CPR myths. Stay connected, follow instructions. That is your plan, clear, simple, and built for being alone. If this gave you a real plan instead of vague comfort, subscribe to Sage Counsel. We publish evidence-checked guidance designed specifically for adults 65 and older. And I want one quick comment from you. Do you spend time alone during the day? Comment alone or not alone, because the next videos will be prioritized for the people most at risk. And the truth is simple. The best advice in the world is useless if it arrives 5 minutes too late.